So my first master's degree was in international business law, and the second was in business administration. In this video, I'm going to be sharing some game-changing insights and strategies from my 2 master's degrees in business that helped me launch a successful coaching business. Guys, you won't believe how simple and actionable these tips are. So if you're ready to start your own business, fast-track your education, and gain a competitive edge, then stick around. So if you're just coming across my channel for the first time, my name is Benny and I am a business coach. I basically create content to help you make more money and unlock financial freedom. The first lesson that I learned from my time studying international business law is that everything is a business. Politics is essentially a business. The school that you got your education from is a business. The hospital that you go to sort your medical issues is a business. The world is a global business hub, and that is good news for you because that means that the possibilities are literally limitless. You can start a business in almost any industry and see success. When I realized this, it was literally mind-boggling for me because all of a sudden, everywhere I looked, there were opportunities. The second lesson that I learned from my 3 years in business school is that essentially, business is an exchange of value. And a lot of people hear the word value and they are confused. Believe me, I've been there. The word value simply means I give you what you want or need, and in exchange, you give me what I want or need or find valuable. It's basically like trade by barter. I want something that you have and you want something that I have, and we exchange it. In some cases, that exchange involves money, and in some cases, it doesn't necessarily involve money. There are so many reasons people find something valuable. I might find something valuable simply because you can deliver it faster, cheaper, or better than I can deliver it for myself. And so that would make me willing to pay for that thing or that service or whatever it is. The third lesson that I learned from my 3 years in business school is that, pulling from my previous point, people essentially pay for 3 things. People will pay for speed, which means they would pay for anything that would help them save more time. So for example, I can easily go somewhere and get something, but if I know that I can pay a delivery company to bring it over, rather than waste that time trying to get it for myself, I would prefer to pay the money to the delivery person. Rather than trek long distances, people would most likely prefer to buy a car and save the time that it would take for them to trek to commute to work. People go to fast foods because they are thinking, instead of me having to spend so much time cooking, I can just go to this fast food and get this thing without wasting that time. The examples are literally endless, but the whole point of everything I'm saying is that one of the 3 major reasons that people will pay money is to save time. Another reason that people will be willing to let go of their hard-earned money is convenience. Guys, our brains are wired to hate difficulty. So basically, human beings naturally seek convenience, ease, and naturally, when you see that you can actually pay some money to get convenience, you would be willing to let go of your hard-earned money. Is it convenient for you financially? Is it convenient for you energy-wise? And so on and so forth. So for example, back to the delivery business, instead of having to drive somewhere to get something for yourself, you would prefer for someone to actually go and get that thing for you. And in as much as you're saving time by paying for that service, you're also saving your energy. That is why online businesses are booming right now. That's why you see companies like Amazon doing so well, because people can just be in their house and their packages are being delivered to them. So they don't have to expend energy in order to get what they need, and so they are willing to pay for it. Sometimes it might just be convenient for you financially. For example, people would most likely pay for something that they know that they can afford. So if I have a desired outcome, for example, I want to lose weight, and then I go online and then I see all these brands selling weight loss products, I'm most likely going to go for the one that is within my budget, my price range, and that would give me my desired result. So basically, convenience. So essentially what I'm saying is that when people know that I'm going to be able to get this desired outcome with ease, with convenience, without experiencing difficulty, they are most likely going to part with their hard-earned money. The third reason people would part with their hard-earned money is for variety or status. Human beings are naturally attracted to new things. It's called the shiny object syndrome. Once something is new, it's all the buzz, because people are going on about it, raving about it, and making a lot of noise about it. And so if you're bringing out variety and bringing out new things, you're most likely going to get people to keep on buying. That's why businesses like Apple and Samsung, they can never run out of business because they are constantly upgrading their phones, newer designs, newer features, and so on and so forth. So when people see this new upgrade, this new phone, this new design, these new features, they're like, oh, I want it. Meanwhile, their old phones are working perfectly fine. Marketers are basically leveraging the shiny object syndrome because they know that you would pay for variety, you would pay for status, you would pay for the new things. And so they keep renewing their products and services so that you can keep buying from them, basically. Variety also ties in easily with status. When you know that you can buy this new thing and people will look at you and be like, oh, you got a new phone. Or, oh, you got a new dress, or oh, you got a new bag, or whatever, or you got a new shoe. Because people want to be perceived a certain way and be looked at as having reached a certain status, they would be willing to pay for whatever it is that you're offering them, and they would be willing to part with their hard-earned money. The fourth lesson that I learned from my 3 years in business school is that data is everything. Most of what business is about is taking calculated risks. Emphasis on calculated, meaning for you to succeed in business, you have to be a master of making informed decisions based on the facts and the data that are made available to you. In essence, what I'm saying is that in business, you have to be a student of feedback. This will help you make sound choices based on evidence and not intuition alone. I would say that before I got into business school, I never really knew the importance of data. But guys, if you're going to have a successful business, you have to be a data nerd. Even if you're not good with numbers, you have to be someone that is able to gather information and make sense of it, because that would help you make decisions that would improve your business so that you don't keep going on the rat race and keep making the same mistakes without evidence on what you did before that you can do differently or that you can repeat. You know those people that whenever they're cooking, they just think, okay, I'm just going to put this amount of salt and I'm just going to put this amount of pepper, and they're not really measuring it. If you approach business that way and you're just eyeballing the decisions that you make, like, oh, I'm just going to do this and see, and you're not really learning from your mistakes and making informed decisions moving forward, your business will crash. It's that simple. The fifth lesson that I learned from my 3 years in business school is that the most important asset in business is actually relationships. So business is basically about getting people to discover you or your product or your service or whatever, nurturing those relationships, and then repeating that process forever. Getting people to discover you is what is called lead generation in the business world. So that is basically you attracting this group of people to your business, and then of course you have to nurture those relationships so that these people keep coming back to buy. And that is what is called lead conversion in the business world. So basically you're putting systems together to nurture the relationships or to build the relationships so that those people that you've attracted can become customers or clients or whatever. And then you don't stop there, you repeat the process all over again. And that is what basically grows your business, or what they call scale your business in the business world. So basically, the more relationships you form in the context of alliances, for example, people that you get to do business with, that you partner with so that your business can grow, or the more relationships you form in terms of customers or people that buy from you or patronize your business, the bigger your business grows. So yeah, I think that was the most shocking thing I discovered about business, is that business people are masters of building relationships. They do not take relationships for granted. The biggest businesses have massive alliances. They have relationships with people that matter, and they also have amazing relationships with their clients. They prioritize their customers' happiness and so on and so forth to keep them coming back. If you want to learn how to increase your income and hit your financial goals this year and beyond, check out my Make More Money webinar. The link will be in the description box below or in the pinned comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.